Hello and welcome to Gruva Plays Minecraft. Now as you can see we have updated to 1.2.3 down in the bottom right corner. It's actually 1.2.3.6. I don't know if that matters, but I think all of the other versions of 1.2 were just betas, so the 0.6 I think is the release version. I don't know. Anyway, we're here now. I have actually loaded up the game. I wanted to check if a couple of things work before I got, too in-depth. But apparently they do. So anyway, what differences can we see? Not too many differences, pretty similar. This was basically a bug fix release. So, up on the screen now, you'll see some of the bug fixes. Always so many bug fixes. I think I missed a couple of tricks in the last update, but hey ho, that's how it is. So, let's go on in. No servers yet, no friends. But I've updated the world name, tried the trim, didn't work still, so we're still here. There we go. Lots of lighting glitches, as you can see. But the mob farm is still working, which is really good news for me. Really good news for me. I didn't get all of the stuff that I wanted, but I'm seeing lots of the good stuff here. Lots of the good stuff. Super happy with this. But what I need to do today is I need to automate this. Oh, hello. Sorry. I didn't even register you as a threat. I'm sorry. That's what happens when you get some good gear. So, today, what I need to do is, or what I want to do is, I want to automate the collection on this, because at the moment the collection is me running around and round and round, which is kind of okay. It helps me get the gunpowder that I really want, and a few of the other things that I don't mind, because I can trade most of these. But it isn't exactly... It's not the way I want to be doing this forever. So we're going to have a little sleep, and then we're going to have a little think about how to do this, because I've got an idea of how to make this work, but I need to have a sleep first. I need to sleep on it. Oh yeah, and there's this. This was a surprise. It's a real surprise. I was having a sleep. Apparently pick block still doesn't work. That's kind of expected though. I was having a little sleep, woke up, and a creeper blew my roof up. Like, cheers mate. Let's go there. Right, so I need to fix this roof before I do anything too much, because I don't know how it spawned up. Okay, there's a full block right here, isn't there? Ooh, you blighter, but then how? How did it blow up on me? Anyway, it's not the point. Let's get this fixed. Okay, so we've got a couple of things to test before I get too excited and start doing stuff. Now, obviously, in this version, no such thing as waterlogged blocks. Right, so that means that the lower half slab, the items just sit below the water, which is rubbish. Not very good for me. So, the bad news is, I need to move the floor. Either up or down, one or the other, just one or the other. Which ain't so great. We can probably take this guy on. Wow, he really didn't take any damage. But, apparently, half slabs, a little bit confusing to them. And when aggravated, they drop XP. Even better. So, the bad news is I need to move the floor, either up or down. Think, if I just turn it into a full block, then it's still going to be enough. Come on, really? So I'm going to have a little mess about with that. It means I'm going to have to collect a lot more wooden stuff, but that's not the end of the world. Right, let's go grab some wood and see what we can do with this. Get it all up on the full slab. I'm going to have to light it up pretty well. How am I going to light it up? Oh, in fact, no, if it's on the upper... Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. I'm being dumb. If I rip up this floor... Where's my axe? It's on the hotbar. Wow. Should I really be allowed to play this game? I'm not even sure. Right, if I place in, like this on the upper slab there, and then I can have lighting underneath, because this is Bedrock, innit? And that's how it works in Bedrock. If I place a light there, then it's going to be fine. Okay, a lot of work to do anyway. I need to lift up this entire floor, replace it down on a higher block, light it from underneath, and all sorts of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away, start tearing up one chunk at a time, start lighting it up, and then see how we go. Right, well I thought it'd be a really nice idea to use jack-o'-lanterns underneath this because they give a really nice light, they don't give off any particles, they're kind of cheap, all of that kind of thing. So I was there. No. Who remembers this? Oh, hello. Thank you. Thank you very much. Who remembers this? That you can't place jack-o'-lanterns down without a block underneath them. Holy heck. This job just got 10 times more difficult. And I'm not impressed. Not impressed. Anyway, as a little update, because I wanted all the jack-o'-lanterns, I made myself a pumpkin farm. And it's just sat there, and it's growing quite quickly actually. I'm using some old mechanics. I say old mechanics. They're not that old. They were discovered by JX67. And they seem to follow true. So basically, all of the pumpkins are going to grow in that direction. They always grow on that side of the stem, which is east. No, 1 minute. That's west. So they always grow on the west side of the stem. Now, it was found by JX that the more farmland that you had around the stem, the more likely it was to produce a pumpkin. That may still be true, I don't know. I know what isn't true anymore is that the pumpkin always grows on one side of the stem. The pumpkin can grow on any side of the stem, kind of randomly. But you'll see the pattern kind of develop itself as it goes. So as these grow, they're producing the areas that they can grow on. Now what I'd quite like to do is actually extend this out a little bit so the ones around the edges have got farmland around them as well. But that's kind of minimal at the moment. It's doing its job. I'm getting a nice number. I've barely been growing these for 5 minutes and they're going well. Also, I decided to take down half of my sugarcane farm. Main reason for that is that I've now got a ready supply of bone meal. I say a ready supply, a pretty good supply of bone meal. Which means that I can do nano farming on this and I can just do 1 bone meal for 2 bits of sugarcane. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and carry on with this long and tiresome job. We might split this one into 2 episodes and we'll do a few little bits and bobs as we go today just to improve things as we go in and get things up to a good standard. So this is going to be a big one. I don't want it to take up the entire day. Right, we're back. I've done the bottom layer. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of drops. I need to work myself out a proper AFK spot on this thing as well, because whenever I'm in there just sort of having a little sleep, or if I'm away from the keyboard for a few minutes, I'm kind of reducing the amount of space that I'm getting the spawns on this. So yeah, you can see that most of the drops are right there, but I'm getting so much stuff. I really need to get this sorted out. Oof, that was nearly bad. That was your fault. Right. So, what needs to happen next is I need to work out a way that the water's going to flow to move all the items into at least one spot. I've got a couple of ideas for this, but the question is which one's actually going to make the most sense. So if I just quickly run some of this out like that, I'll stop it flowing in one direction. Let's do the same on the opposite side. Let's go. There we go, that should be enough. Now, actually let's grab some water super quick. Say super quick. Difficult to run when you don't have things on a shortcut that you're used to. So if I go there with that, that is not really going to cover enough space. And if I do that, that's kind of the equal part of it. Yeah, you see that? There's a massive gap there that's going to be missed. What to do, what to do, what to do? How am I going to get the majority of this covered? Now you see that from the edge to the centre, that goes all the way. If it was 2 blocks back, which is kind of the original idea. In fact, if I replaced all of these with pistons and had the water sources right there, then it would push everything to these middle 2 blocks, and then you just got 1 run. Now if I then drop that down by 1 block and had water flowing in one direction, say the middle, I think that's the middle. Yeah, those ones are throwing me. If I then had all of the water flowing in like one direction from the outside, I'm going to need a lot of water, but I can do this. I just need a little bit of ice, a lot of water for this bit, and then I can push all the items to the center. Now, the difficult bit is going to be this bit, because it is going to need a whole lot, and I mean a whole lot of pistons. Like literally all of these pistons, which are normally powered, water sits there, so I can have a solid block underneath it. Yeah, okay. I'm going to start putting in the water first. Oh, in fact, no, I've got to put in the pistons first. I've got to do the redstone bit first. Ugh. Ugh. What a pain. Right, let's do this. Right, I've just fell victim to a pretty bad bug. Which I kind of knew existed. I just wasn't expecting it. Let's put it like that. I had heard about it. I hadn't actually seen it in action. So I'm missing a little bit of cobble. I'm just going to show you this as it works. So all that I need is 1 more piece of cobble. Yeah, that'll do. Right. So I have 2 pistons in my inventory. I can shift click that, and I've still got 2 pistons, but the goods have gone. I just crafted like 2 stacks without noticing. Oh no. Oh man. So that's a load of iron wasted, a load of resources wasted that I've just gone and gathered. But you know what? That's fine. That's how it is. That's the nature of the game. I'm going to go and cry a little bit and gather those resources again. Back in a bit. Right, I've been here doing a little bit of science on the redstone. I want to get things right first time. Now, I've been trying to wrap my brain around a different way of doing this. And I can't actually see one in this current version because water, you know, things cannot be waterlogged. Okay? And I need something that's going to get in and power the pistons, but at the same time hold the water up. So I've been trying to think of blocks which will actually do a redirect and power through, and I can't find any. If there is any that you can think of, leave me a comment down below. Now, the other thing that I've got going on is I need to work out how long it's going to take for an item to flow from here, which is like the absolute worst possible position, all the way to the front, and then drop down. This is a long time. Already it's a long time. So I feel like what I can do is I can set up a little bit of redstone. So that I've got a redstone torch here which is going to deal with something, basically a little bit of redstone, so that when the item gets to the front and lands on a pressure plate, it switches off the redstone and switches that off. And at the same time it can count the number of items that have gone through the system. I know what I mean. What I'll do is I'll show you what I mean in a moment. Right back. Right, this is how my brain works, guys. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. This is a horrible insight into the kind of things which I get up to off screen. But this is my little contraption to work out how long the water should be flowing for to test the system. To actually make sure that items make it from one end of the system to the other guaranteed. Okay? So I've just reset that, the water's flowing. When the item drops out of the dispenser, it gets pushed forward, lands on here. You know, it takes as long as it takes to get to the front there. And then it powers this and switches it off, okay? But it also powers this. So this is like a secondary circuit. The button there is going to power this, which pushes an item up into this monostable circuit, which then puts the item into there. So right now the items reside in there. And once it gets powered, it goes pop, 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 and drops down into there, which then hits the comparator unlocks the hopper drops stuff into here, and I get to know how many items it takes in time for the item to move from the very back to the very front. Okay, now this is a little circuit which will alter the monostable circuit state. So this is going to get powered, boom, 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 it's going to push the pistons up, but it's also going to send a line up here which is going to power, soft power, that dropper, which will move the item back out there, back into the start position, which then means that this thing gets locked, and I get a final count. Does that make sense? These are the lengths that we go to get things just right. Anyway, I'm going to do it. So, you press the button, item pops out, stuff's happening, you can see the items flowing into there now. My piece of glass is moving forward. It's going to land on there. And then it goes pop. Right, that's it, switch back off again. Now, that's going to take 5 minutes to despawn, but that doesn't really matter because I've got a count of 32. Okay, 32 items. That is slow. So I'm going to pick that back up. We're going to do another run. So I'm going to keep the 32 items right there so that I know what my first run was. And then we're going to see if we get a consistent result every time. So we can run this several times over as long as we collect the item back up from over here once we've done our count. So 32. There's going to be a slight bit of delay in the redstone, but not enough to really be significant. Now, 32 is super slow in my opinion, and I'm not happy with that. So I'm going to try the same again with ice, and I'm going to try packed ice because apparently I like making work for myself, because that would mean that if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to get packed ice from somewhere. But you know what? This is maybe going to be our project for this week. We're going to do this in stages. We've got a couple of other things I want to do in this update, which I think hopefully you guys will enjoy. So I'm going to fill this up with ice and run exactly the same test again and see what the numbers look like then. Right, that is it. We've converted that over to ice. We're going to see how this works. Now, hypothetically, this should be much faster. Let's just make sure. So we've done 2 tests without. I'll just put one of those, please. Thank you. I'll put that below to show what I used underneath, and then I'm going to do 2 tests with the ice. So, pop. Gets onto the ice, speeds up dramatically, overshoots. Oh, jeez, oh. Okay, I guess I need to add some of that going on. Right, so that first test is a non-test, didn't work properly. But already we can see that it took far fewer items to get there. Let's have another go. So it's very slow getting onto the ice. Once it's on the ice, it's a zip zam zooey. And it overshoots again. Jeez, oh. Right, let's... there we go, that should do it. Like, 3rd time lucky? 3rd time lucky. That's more like it. Right, 11 items. That is nearly 3 times quicker. And I haven't even got ice down the back here. Does redstone go through ice? I think it goes through packed ice. So it does. Okay. We're going to test this. Sorry, this is already... We're losing the scientific method a little bit because I'm kind of getting to the stage of how fast can we make this? So 11 items was the last run. Now, this is going to be double ice because that makes sense in my little brain. Anyway, we've got a video record, it's fine. Press the button. Oh yeah, there's an item up there, isn't there? My own fault. Come on, off we go. Collect that item as well. Right, we've got this out of sync now. So if I just pop along the front and step on that, that should get it back in sync. These items are in the wrong place. Let's put that back into there. Right, we're ready to test again. I think the initial phase didn't really speed anything up much. See, 11 items, so that didn't make a difference. Didn't make a difference whatsoever. I'm going to try one more like that. Oops. Apparently, I should not be allowed near experiments. Yeah, I think I need to rerun that one. Okay, let's try that one. Go. $11. Okay, so it seems to me like ice at the front, ice after the piston makes a difference, ice before the piston makes no difference. Now I know there is a heckin' load of material that I need to get, because I want to use ice. I actually do want to use a lot of ice. Oh man. Anyway guys, I think what we're going to do is we're going to wrap up today's episode right there. And that actually gives us a pattern for something that we're going to be doing in the next episode. We know how to make the mob collection system. I get the feeling that the mob farm's going to work throughout the 1.2 updates. And I think it's going to break in 1.3. Which is going to be super sad. But still, we're going to give it a try. If I get this right, we're going to get lots and lots of drops. More than we ever need forever and ever and ever. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series. I'm enjoying it a lot. And hopefully we'll be seeing you again very soon with the next stage of this build. Thank you very much and goodbye.